A 10-year-old girl walked into a biker bar holding a loaded gun and asked which one of them was her real father. "My mom's dying," she announced. She said, "One of you is my dad, and I have 4 days to find him before they put me in foster care." Mike, president of the Steel Ravens, slowly stood up. "Put the gun down, sweetheart," he said carefully. "Not until someone admits they're my father," the girl cried. "Mom said he'd be here and she's never wrong." "What's your name?" Mike asked. "Emma Rodriguez," she said. "My mom is Sofia Rodriguez, and she said she bartended here 10 years ago. Every single biker in that room remembered Sofia. Beautiful, smart, and the only woman who ever walked away from their world clean. She disappeared one night without explanation. Now they knew why."
"Where's your mom now, Emma?"
asked Blade, the enforcer. "Sacred Heart Hospital, room 312, dying from when her boyfriend pushed her down the stairs. The temperature in the room dropped 20 degrees. But she won't tell me who my dad is," Emma continued, the gun wavering. "She just said, 'Go to the Steel Ravens bar and show them this.'" She pulled out a photograph with her free hand. It showed Sofia 10 years younger with 6 bikers at a New Year's party. One of those men was Emma's father. Mike recognized everyone in that photo. 4 were in this room right now. She said, "My real dad would protect me," Emma whispered, "but I don't know which one. And Mom won't say because she's scared of someone." "Scared of who?" Mike asked. "Her boyfriend, Derek. He's a cop, and he said if she tells anyone about my real dad, he'll kill us both. A corrupt cop threatening a dying woman and her child. This just got complicated. Emma, I need you to put the gun down so we can help." Mike said, "No, someone has to be my father." She started crying but kept the gun raised. "I can't go to foster care. Derek's friend runs the group home, and he already told me what happens to pretty little girls there." The implications of that statement made every biker ready to commit murder. If you believe bikers are the good people, subscribe to this channel and show us your support. Viper, their tech expert, was already on his laptop. Derek Sullivan, detective with Central PD. 4 complaints of excessive force, all dismissed. Internal affairs wouldn't touch him, Viper continued. He's protected by Lieutenant Morgan. Morgan runs that foster home charity, Blade growled. The one in the news for missing kids. Mike noticed something crucial. Emma held the gun perfectly. Proper grip, finger off the trigger unless ready to shoot. "Who taught you to hold a gun?" Mike asked. "Mom did," she said. "I might need it one day." Emma's voice broke. Mike made a decision. "Emma, I'm going to tell you something important. We're all going to be your father until we figure out which one really is." "That doesn't make sense," Emma protested. "It does in our world," Mike explained. "You came to us for protection, and that's what you'll get from every man here." "But the DNA test takes 3 weeks," Mike interrupted. "Your mom has 4 days. We don't need DNA to protect you." Emma finally lowered the gun slightly. "You promise?" "Steel Ravens don't break promises to children," Blade said. That's when they heard the sirens. Multiple cars getting closer. "Did you call anyone?" Mike asked Emma. "No, but Derek has a tracker on my phone." "Give me the phone," Viper commanded. Emma handed it over. Viper destroyed it immediately. "Too late," Torch announced from the window. 9 cop cars surrounding us. Detective Derek Sullivan strutted in like he owned the place. Tall, muscled, with dead eyes that lingered too long on Emma. "There you are, sweetie," he said with a fake smile. "Time to come home." "She's not going anywhere with you," Mike stated. Derek laughed. 26 bikers with criminal records against 9 police officers. "You sure about that?" "She's mine," said a voice from the corner. Everyone turned to see Bear, the quietest member of their club. 6'4", covered in scars, never said much about his past. "Excuse me," Derek said. "Emma is my daughter," Bear stated. "I want a DNA test to prove it." Derek's face darkened. "Doesn't matter. Her mother has legal custody and I have power of attorney while she's incapacitated." "Power of attorney?" "He forced her to sign while she was sedated," Emma said loudly. "Prove it," Derek challenged. That's when Dr. Jennifer Lee walked in. She was sent by the little girl's mother. "I can prove it," she announced. "I'm Sofia Rodriguez's doctor, and she's awake and talking." Derek went pale. "That's impossible. Her injuries were serious, but not fatal." Dr. Lee interrupted. "She's been conscious for 3 hours, telling us everything about how you pushed her down those stairs." "She's clearly confused from head trauma," Derek said quickly. "The security camera footage isn't confused," Dr. Lee replied. "The one you didn't know existed in the stairwell." Derek reached for his gun. 26 bikers reached faster. "Think carefully," Mike warned. You're surrounded and your fellow officers are outside wondering why you're taking so long. Derek's radio crackled. Sullivan, you need backup in there. He grabbed it. No, just talking to the girl. But Emma grabbed Mike's phone and dialed 911 before anyone could stop her. You little brat. Derek lunged for her. Bear caught him midair and slammed him into the wall so hard pictures fell. You touch my daughter, you die? She's not your daughter. Derek snarled. Derek pulled out his radio. All units, we have a hostage situation. Bikers holding a minor against her will. Liar. Emma screamed. The cops outside started moving in. This was about to become a bloodbath. That's when something unexpected happened. Sofia Rodriguez walked through the door. She was supposed to be dying in the hospital. Instead, she stood there in a hospital gown, looking like death, but standing anyway. Mom, Emma ran to her. Nobody moves, Sofia commanded. She looked at Derek with pure hatred. I recorded everything, every threat, every beating, every sick thing you said about my daughter. She held up a small recorder. 3 years of evidence, including you admitting to killing 4 foster kids who tried to report the abuse. Derek went for his gun again. This time, Emma was faster. The 10-year-old girl shot him in the shoulder. Perfect aim, just like her mom taught her. Derek collapsed, screaming. The cops rushed in, guns drawn. Stop, commanded a new voice. Chief Anderson walked in with internal affairs. We've been investigating Sullivan for months. Ms. Rodriguez's recording is the evidence we needed. They arrested Derek while he bled on the floor. Lieutenant Morgan was arrested an hour later at his home. But the question remained, who was Emma's father? I caught him. You just click like and subscribe to this channel and show us your support. Please like and subscribe. Sofia looked at the 6 men from the photograph. I need to tell the truth. Everyone waited. I don't know which one is her father. Sofia admitted that January was complicated. No judgment. These men understood complicated. But I know who I want it to be, she continued, looking at Bear. Why him? Mike asked. Because he's the only one who visited me in the hospital 10 years ago when I was pregnant. He brought me flowers and said if I ever needed anything, just ask. Bear's scarred face softened. I remember. You never asked why I was pregnant, Sofia continued. You just asked if I was okay. Were you? Bear asked. No, I was terrified and alone, but you made me feel safe. The DNA test would take 3 weeks, but it didn't matter anymore. She's mine, Bear stated. DNA or not, Emma is my daughter now. You can't just decide that? Derek coughed from the floor. Actually, he can, said another cop. Emergency custody can be granted to any suitable guardian when a parent is incapacitated. He looked at Bear's criminal record on her tablet. Veteran Purple Heart. Honorable discharge. No violent crimes. Just some minor drug possession 12 years ago. I got help, Bear said quietly. Been clean 10 years. 10 years, right when Sofia got pregnant. But Emma had one more surprise. She pulled out another photograph. This one hidden in her sock. It showed a biker holding a baby at the hospital, but the face of the biker was not visible in the pic. Mom kept this, Emma said. She said, my dad held me once when I was born, but had to leave. Bear's eyes filled with tears. That's me. That's I held you. Sofia nodded. You said she was perfect and deserved better than this life, so I ran. I tried to give her normal. But normal became Derek, Bear said darkly. I failed her, Sofia cried. No, Emma said firmly. You taught me to shoot. You gave me that gun. You knew I'd need it someday. I taught her too well. Sofia admitted she could have killed him. But she didn't, Mike noted. She shot to disable, not kill. That's control. The DNA results came back 3 weeks later. Bear was Emma's biological father. But by then, it didn't matter. The entire Steel Ravens had already adopted her. She had 26 fathers, all teaching her different things. Mike taught her strategy. Blade taught her strength. Viper taught her computers. Torch taught her mechanics. And Bear, he taught her what she needed most. How to be loved after trauma. How to trust after betrayal. How to be strong without losing gentleness. Sofia recovered fully and married Bear a year later. The wedding was in the bar where Emma had walked in with a gun. Derek Sullivan got 30 years for attempted murder and corruption. I'm in prison because of the bikers. If you love this video, click the like button and subscribe. Lieutenant Morgan got life for the 4 dead foster kids. The foster home was shut down. 52 children were rescued. Emma became the youngest honorary member of the Steel Ravens. She wore a special patch protected princess. But she wasn't a princess. She was a warrior who'd saved herself and her mother with courage nobody expected from a 10-year-old. The Steel. Ravens still tell the story of the night a 10-year-old girl walked into their bar with a loaded gun in desperation. How she found not just her father, but an entire army of protectors. How sometimes blood doesn't make family. Sometimes family is 26 bikers who choose to stand between a child and evil. And sometimes a little girl with perfect aim saves everyone, including herself. The gun Emma carried that night is mounted on the wall of the bar. Now, below it, a plaque reads, January 8th, the night Emma Rodriguez walked in alone and gave 26 demons a reason to be angels. Bear looks at it every day and remembers. Not the fear, not the violence, but the moment his daughter chose him before DNA ever could. That's what real family does. They choose each other again and again, no matter what blood says. And sometimes they walk into your life holding a loaded gun, desperate for help and change everything forever. If you believe bikers are the good people, subscribe to this channel and show us your support.